Hello there, adventurers, and welcome to Wally DM. Today I thought I would share an old memory I had of playing basic Dungeons & Dragons and First Edition. And in fact, I thought maybe we would just make a new video series about it, and we'll just call it History of D&D. And what I'd like to accomplish with this series is every once in a while, just take a look into the old rule books and see what crazy stuff used to be in there that we used to play back in the day. So this is going to be the very first episode, and today we're going to take a look at the alignment language. When you create a new character in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, they automatically know the language common. It's how all of the PCs communicate. So every player character that you create can speak the common tongue or the common language. The same was true back in the 1st edition and the basic Dungeons & Dragons days. But the only way to get an additional language was if you had a high enough intelligence score compared to with character classes and backgrounds in 5th edition today. But that's not what we came here to talk about. What I would like to bring to your attention, and this may be nostalgic for some of us older players, or you may have never heard of this before if you're a newer player, and that is what is called the alignment tongue or the alignment language. And I'm going to read this straight from the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition Player's Handbook. In addition to the common tongue, all intelligent creatures able to converse in speech use special languages particular to their alignment. These alignment languages are chaotic evil, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, lawful good, lawful neutral, neutral evil, neutral good, and neutrality. The alignment of your character will dictate the language he or she speaks, for only one alignment dialect can be used by a character. If a character changes alignment, the previously known language is no longer able to be spoken by him or her. So what this means is, back in First Edition, your PCs spoke common, and then whatever alignment you chose for them, like if you chose neutral good, they were also able to speak a neutral good alignment language. And looking across the internet, I believe it might have been Gary Gygax that kind of related these alignment language, something kind of like Latin is to the Catholic Church. I've also seen it stated a lot on the internet too that most people feel that an alignment language was kind of similar to thieves' cants, where you kind of use maybe like broken dialects or signs or body language or things of that nature. Regardless, it was an automatic language that players would get when they created their characters, and they were able to communicate, like if it was a neutral good character, they would be able to communicate with another neutral good character using their alignment tongue. So the story I have for you today is Wally D played a lot of Redbox D&D, which was basic Dungeons & Dragons. And in basic D&D, there were only 3 alignments, and that was lawful, neutral, and chaotic. Now, I was a young lad in my teens back then, and we kind of, as a group, we kind of thought that lawful was good guys, chaotic was evil or bad guys, and neutral was, well, they could have kind of went either way. Well, what happened was my brother would always play like a lawful character, and we would have a friend of ours playing a neutral character. So when they came across some NPCs to interact with, one of them would be flashing signs or symbols in lawful to an NPC, and if they didn't respond, then the neutral character would try to speak the neutral language or do some type of code in neutral, and if the NPC didn't respond, then they figured out through process of elimination that this was a chaotic character and therefore was an evil person not to be trusted. It's funny that that incident there is what made me take my basic Dungeons and Dragons and incorporate the 9 alignment system from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons to thwart some of those shenanigans that my players like to pull on me as far as trying to figure out who is chaotic when they came across NPCs. So I thought that would just be a neat little starter video as far as the history of Dungeons and Dragons. And I want to ask you, now I know a lot of dungeon masters nowadays don't even use the alignment system anymore. So this question will be more for the players and the DMs out there that still use alignments. What do you think of an alignment language, or how would you incorporate an alignment language in your game? Do you think it would be good for your game? Do you think it would be bad? What kind of issues do you think would come up if you allowed chaotic good characters to converse with other chaotic good characters, similar to the way that maybe druids or thieves' cant is used? I'd be interested in seeing what your thoughts are, so if you could please leave a comment below to get a discussion going. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like this type of a video and you want to learn some more weird stuff about D&D history, I'd be happy to do more. Just leave a comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and on to the next.